Tell me if you would do this.
You know the prophets? You know the prophets that you hear in the Bible?
What?
You know you heard about the prophets in the Bible? They're all back now.
Yeah.
That's a prophet there, yeah? A true prophet.
Would you do this with your lip? Right. Would you drink like that out of the ground like that? Yeah, I think that's what he's doing. Would you eat puma or panther? Would you drink blood?
No.
Would you wash your head under a cow's arse?
No, no.
Would you eat gorilla?
No.
This is what I'm trying to explain to you. We are not Africans. We are not the children of Ham. We're the children of Shem. We're Shemitic. You know about the story of Noah? How many sons did he have? He had 3 sons. Ham, Shem, and Japheth.
And they went into the well.
Right, after the flood.
Yeah.
We come from the line of Shem. Okay? So we can't be Africans because they come from the land of Ham. The line of Ham.
So which one? Shem is which one?
Shem is one of the, I think it's the second born son of Noah.
So which land is it?
Which land? We don't determine what land it depends what lineage you come from. See what I mean?
Or lineage.
Yes, lineage. Your father. It comes through your father.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what does a king want? He wants a son. You don't want a daughter because he carries the seed. That's how it works, you see? So we're saying our people are Israelites, we was given these laws, statutes and commandments to keep. So that's why in these last days now, the Lord is gathering his people. Zephaniah 2:1 says, gather together. The whole nation not decide, because this whole nation is not decide. When the black man in America is called a nigger, a monkey, or whatnot. The Hispanic man, these nations are called wetbacks, bow and arrows, because we're not decide. No matter where we go, everybody looks down on us. Because we're under curses, man, we're under divine curses. Okay? So that's why we're out here to tell our people that the one they call Jesus Christ, who never looked like this, by the way, never looked like this. Never looked like this. This is this man here. His name is Cesare Borgias. And that's his father there, Rodrigo Borgias. He was the first white pope. Because originally the popes were so-called black people.
And then the pope was Roman.
No, the original popes were us, dark-skinned people. Because we are the people of God. We got a spiritual connection with the Most High. See all these churches, what you see in this country? We built them. The so-called white man doesn't believe in God. Why do we know that? Because he does nothing what's written in his Bible. The Most High said, don't eat pork. You go to the shop, get 8 sausages and get 8 free. He says, don't be a homosexual. My man promotes it. He says, it's okay, 2 men can lie down together, 2 women can lie down together. We'll make a law that you can do it. And he promotes it. So that's how we know that this man is not according to the Bible, God's word. We are the Hebrew Israelites. It was only given to us to keep the law, statutes and commandments. And that's why we went down, because we didn't keep them. And all the royal family, you see the royal family now, William and Harry and all them, this is the royal family. That's King James, the so-called black man.
King James the First.
King James, yes, so-called black man. Okay? There's Charlotte Sophia.
Queen Charlotte of Scotland.
Charlotte, Holy Spirit, yeah?
Am I right or wrong?
No, that's Sophia.
Sophia of what? Scotland?
No. No, this is Charlotte Carolina. They named Charlotte Carolina after her. Okay?
You talk American side.
Yeah, this is what they named her. But she was a German princess. She married Charles III. Okay?
Yeah, I know there's one in Scotland as well.
Yeah, Mary Queen of Scots.
Let me listen up.
That's King James's mother. Okay?
Yeah,
There's Elizabeth I, beautiful, light-skinned black woman.
Good.
Yeah? There's Charles Stewart II. He's called him Black Boy. We've got about 100 pubs in this country called the Black Boy. He's named after him.
King James.
Yeah.
What colour was he?
There he is there.
Where?
King James, black man.
Look,
here's his court here.
There's one in British Library just there.
There he is, King James out.
White.
Yeah, now we've got the British Library just there, but I know we can't get to the documents.
You can't, because they've got to hide it from us, because they're the chosen people. They have to hide it. Because once we wake up and find out we're the Israelites, and we turn back to Yahweh by Shim Yahweh Shai, it's all trouble for them.
The Bible, don't get me wrong, the Bible I can't really get round.
Huh?
The Bible I can't really get round, because I don't think that's us.
Why would you say that? Why would you say
what
that?
they've done for us in slavery.
They use the Bible, right? Let me ask you something. The characters in the Bible, what colour are they?
When you come to the Bible and the Muslim thing, I can't even go through it. Anyone will quote me the Bible? No. If they're going to quote me the history, yeah. I can't go through the Bible. The only Bible I can go through is the Book of the Dead. And that's when it's translated somehow into the Holy Bible.
Yeah,
the Book of the Dead.
It is translated. You know what it's translated?
No, definitely it's called the Book of the Dead.
Don't worry about the Book of the Dead. Let me show you something about the Bible.
See, that's when we crumble. I'm not the only one.
Let me read something for you, brother.
Go on.
Okay?
Go on.
Right, this is the white man put this together, yeah?
They put all the Bible.
Right? Oh, okay, they put everything together. So it says here, King James Version, yeah?
Yeah.
When Elizabeth died in 1603, the crown passed to James I, who has been King of Scotland for 37 years as King James VI.
Yeah.
Several months after the ascendance on the throne of England, he authorized the new translation of the Bible to replace the Bishop Bible. So he authorized this Bible here, yeah?
Yeah.
Translated from, right, so this is Alvino, it says here. 47 of the best Hebrew and Greek scholars of the day were divided into 6 groups, 3 for the Old Testament, 2 for the New Testament, and 1 for the Apocrypha. Have you ever heard of the Apocrypha?
Ish. The only thing that gets me tricked, I can believe that the 12 tribes of Israel is us. Right? But when it comes to
the Bible,
the mad book I call it, it just gets us twisted up. And that's where you're all over.
Let me read something. What colour was Jeremiah?
See, if you can ask a proper Christian that, you know what they'll say to us. We don't care what colour.
No, but if it's in the Bible, it's fact.
No, the Bible is just raw.
Okay, let me read something.
What? No, don't get me wrong.
It's okay, let me read something. Let me see what Jeremiah says.
You see this? This will mean something to me. The Bible.
Let me read something.
It just cringes me up.
Who was this one? Moses?
Huh?
Who is this one?
No, when it comes to Moses and all that, that's all people from the Bible made up.
This is Jeremiah. This is what Jeremiah said about himself, yeah? This is Jeremiah 8 and 21.
Yeah.
For the hurt of my daughter, of my people, I am hurt. I am black. Astonishment have taken hold of me. Jeremiah said he's a black man. Let's get Joe.
Let me ask you one thing. You know when the book says, in some verse it says that we're cursed. Do you believe in that?
Yes, we are cursed.
You're mad. No way. Now you've got me.
All right, let me read something.
One thing.
One thing.
You said that to me.
One thing. Let me read this thing. Let me read this.
You said that we are cursed.
Let me read this. Let me see. Let me read this.
You can read 100 pages.
Before you go, let me read this one thing.
We're not cursed.
That's right, bro. Let me do it.
You said that to me.
You are, bro. You are. If you go down, where you from?
He's not getting it. He's just got this.
Don't believe yourself.
He's not getting it.
Where you from? I'm from Jamaica. Okay. And that's why I'm so much. No. From you to the Bible, we can't talk.
I want to do what I'm saying. Man, ignorant. Man, you're ignorant, bro. You're ignorant.
Hey, you see the thing about it is,
bro. Ignorant. That's an ignorant man.
Yeah, he is. The thing about it is that we don't want to accept the reality of the condition of our people. And what it is because our people, they're dealing with ego. It's all ego. They're not dealing with reality. You know? But if you go down to Jamaica, right, and you look at how our people are, they're not just there, but all of the tribes, right? You go everywhere with the tribes of Israel, right? You're going to find them in the most lowest condition in society, the so-called white man society. So, I mean, to say that we're not cursed as Israelites, because really what the brother was trying to tell him is that we're under the curse of Israel if we disobey God's laws. That's what we was trying to explain to them, man. But if you check out where our people are at economically, they are under a curse. Come on, now, this is still reality. You see what's going on. If you live in these neighborhoods, what we call the hood, Come on, man. Come on, man. I mean, if you go in these hoods, who's reading? Okay, if you go in these neighborhoods, where are people around? All you see is violence. Okay, what is it? Prostitution, drugs, all of these kind of things. So if you need to tell me that we're not under the curse of the Israelites, then you're sadly mistaken, man. Okay, but are we always going to be in that condition? No, we're not always going to be in that condition. That's why the Lord is coming back the second time. You understand? So at the end of the day, we can't be acting like, you know, everything's cool and everything's jolly. And what it is that guy don't know anything. You know, he's just a simpleton roaming around in society like everybody else without having a clue what's going on in the world. Okay? That's what's happening with you. So read what you got, brother.
Right, this is Deuteronomy 28 and 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city,
right,
and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Right, and that's just
the curses.
Yeah, but that's just the reality. I know Sir and Jakes don't want to face it to the reality of the matter. But the reality of the matter is that the Israelites right now, as it stands, are under a curse, man. And they're in the lowest predicament ever. It's so bad that, you know, the people that's actually ruling over these folks is these women out here. And they lead them astray. They lead them to accept the ways of the enemy. Okay, you have a lot of fathers that's not in the homes.
I know, that's the thing that people say.
Okay, you have a lot of youths out there that's in these hoods, bugging the hell out because they have no directional path. And then when they go back to where they come from, they gotta go back to those abandoned homes. You understand what I'm saying? That's the reality, man. Okay? Now I understand, like I said, I understand that everybody's under a trap and they don't see the real world. But we see the real world. And that's why you really can't get mad at certain people. Because they can't see what we see. It's just that they're under the traps. Everybody out here is under the traps. They're not dealing with the real world. And if they were to deal with the real world, then it would shook up their whole entire life. You understand? But the reality of the matter is these people are in a worse condition scenario. It's so bad to the point where they don't even know that they're Israelites, man. We have to come out here and bring out this sign and show our people that they're the Israelites. Once you lose your heritage, as the Bible prophesied, you lose everything. And it's so bad that you even got the Jewish nation. They're pretty much carrying your customs, not correctly, and they're speaking the Hebrew. You don't speak a lick of Hebrew. You understand what I'm saying? So when you check out the conditions all around, it's not good. Okay, it's not good. You understand? We've all lived in these neighborhoods. We've all came from that background, and we've all dealt with those elder people where they just hang out and they talk shit all day. And all they do is listen to rap music or they hang out in the books. We've dealt with that too, man, and we see the condition of our people, and it ain't good. You understand? And then what happens is on TV, the British media will publicate our people's degradation and put it out there for the world to see and make it cool. That shit ain't cool, man. Bragging about how gangster you are, that's not cool. Walking around with skin-tight jeans with all colorful dress, that ain't cool, man. That's all bullshit. Okay, that's just pretty much exploiting the people. Go on, brother, I'm talking too much.
And it says, curse shalt thou be in the city, and curse shalt thou be in the field.
Right, curse shalt thou be in the city, and curse shalt thou be in the field. So what that means is that we're going to be below and under society, man. Like I said, if you go to Brazil, our people are stacked up in the favelas. If you go to Puerto Rico, the same shit. You go to all of the islands, where Benjamin is at, it's the same thing. Go to America, same thing. Okay, and when you do it, and when you live in America, if you do live in America, okay, or you grew up in America like I have, you're going to realize, you're going to find out that all of the tribes of Israel are in that same low, similar predicament, even in one country. You understand? So if a guy's coming up wanting to deny the facts of the lower and the hellish condition that we're in, he's in denial. It's either he's in denial or he doesn't want to accept reality. He doesn't want to accept that the nation of Israel has been conquered right now. Okay? And see, this is the thing. right? When it comes to repairing yourself, first and foremost, you gotta acknowledge that there's a problem before you can repair anything or fix anything. Okay, and that's just the thing. So when you walking around with this illusionistic way of thinking, and you ain't aware of what's going on, what the hell are you gonna fix? You're not gonna fix anything. Go on.
And it says, cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Gotta be louder than that.
And it says, cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Right, cursed shall not be thy basket and thy stores. That's talking about your bank account and your storehouses, man.
No, man.
Okay, you ain't making money like Esau's making money. You ain't walking around with what is it, man? Exposable income. You ain't walking like that, man. You gotta work paycheck to paycheck.
Gold card.
Right, black card.
Yeah.
You ain't J King living like Esau's living, man. Esau get to go in these 5-star restaurants, man. But you got food that costs like thousands of pounds.
Alright.
Just one dinner, 1,000 quid or above that. None of you jakes are living like that. All of you jakes are going into Morrison's. Okay, you jakes is going into Asda and all of these cheap stores, man. So to not acknowledge that there's a problem with your condition, you're in denial. Or you just don't want to see the facts because it hurts. It hurts so bad you don't even want to see the facts of what's going on there. But it don't hurt us because we've come to an understanding on why we're in that predicament. Alright? It's a problem, man. The way we are living in this society is a problem, man. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's not, hey man, it's not a good thing at all. Okay? And that's why the Lord is going to come back the second time to recover the, Israel from their lower state, man. Back to the Father again.
And it says, cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land.
Meaning your children are going to come out into the world cursed. They might have a birth defect, or they may have psychological issues, or they may just grow up automatically living a life of crime. But they got to fend for themselves. And then they got to look at the world looking down on them. So that's exactly what the Israelites are going through. And that's not cool. You got the ones of our people that are bragging and boasting about how many guns they got, how gangster they are, okay, how hard they are. You guys ain't hard, man. You guys in these hoods, whether you be in England or America, you guys ain't hard, man. A lot of you guys are hurt inside, man. That's why you out there, you hanging out, smoking blunt, smoking weed, walking around being niggas all day because you hurt. And I understand you hurt. Because your lifestyle was highly dysfunctional. You had nobody in the house that told you how to walk, that told you how to deal, and you just got caught up in that hype, man. You got caught up in that hype, and when you got caught up in that hype didn't do you no better. Okay, now the world is using your hurt and exploiting your hurt for the world to see. But we're not under the curse of Israelites. Come on, man. Go on.
It says, cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy king, and the flocks of thy sheep. Cursed shall there be when thou comest in, and cursed shall there be when thou goest out.
And that's the bottom line, man. Okay, the minute you come into this world, you got to deal with problems, man. The minute you come into this world as a so-called Negro child, you got to be prepared for the worst. You got to be prepared for the world looking down on you, saying that you filthy and you're undesirable. Okay, that's what you have to do, and that's the reality of it. So when one is in denial, they're in denial because they don't want to deal with the reality. They want to act as though everything's the same, everything's cool, everything's done changed up now. Ain't shit changed, man. You still in the same predicament you were back in the 1800s. Okay, well, you gotta go find work. Why should you have to find work? You should already have work before you was even born. Your father should have had work, but he can't get work because this society is designed to keep a certain people in a certain position to where they're supposed to work for others. So when you come out into the world, guess what? You gotta go to their schools, okay, their colleges, all right, and they can pretty much brainwash you with all of the information that they want to brainwash you with. And meanwhile, you're walking around thinking you're intelligent, but you only intelligent. You've only intel information. That's what the word intelligent means. It means to intel information. You only intel information on what you on what they wanted you to know. But you don't have the intelligence of who you truly are. All you have the intelligence is to do is to be what the media wants you to be. Okay, and these schools. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. We've all went to these schools and we ain't learned shit. I can't remember one thing that was bomb dropping knowledge. I can't remember anything. What I can remember is when I pretty much educated myself or looked up things for myself, I found a lot of information now. That was real deep. That was real sound. I didn't get it from school. We didn't regain all of this information from school, because guess what? The schools ain't gonna teach this. The schools are gonna shun this away because they have an agenda. Go on.
And it says, the Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do.
Right, and that's the bottom line, man. And that's why Jake can't seem to really get his shit in order. No matter what Jake do, it doesn't go according as he wants it to go. So the Israelites right now are under a curse, man. They're under the curses. I mean, it's not so bad as it was hundreds of years ago, but the curse is still there. The only way the Israelites are going to be delivered out of that curse is when the Messiah comes back. Once the Messiah comes back, then we'll be free from the curse. Because a part of the curse is being enslaved in this civilization. Okay?
Yes, but
people are thick in the head. They think slavery is shackle and chains. No, slavery is when you're in a condition where you gotta go find somebody else to work under that's not of your nation, or you gotta depend on that particular nation one way or the other. Okay, you're in a subordinate situation. All right, and no matter what you do, that's the position they're gonna have you play. Okay, go on.
And it says, and rebuketh in all thou settest thine hand unto do,
right,
until thou be destroyed.
Right, and that's what's happening. Because if you look at the nation of Israel, they're destroyed, man. Like I said, when you go over to Yardi land, you go over to West Africa, you go to America, you go to Brazil, South Central America, what condition are you going to see? Are you going to see our people living lavishly, eating good? Okay, as the scripture says, eating bread in the kingdom. They're not eating no bread, they eat crumbs. That's the reality, man. If me and this brother was to take a trip to Jamaica right now, we're not going to see Jake living it up, man. Let's keep it real. All you're going to see is people living in pretty much made up homes made out of metal, man. Alright, tent homes. That's what you're going to see when you go out. And the economy is very dire. So you got some, right? Alright, go on.
And it says, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings.
Yeah, give me Deuteronomy 30 and 5 now. And us being under the curses of right now proves that we're the Israelites. Yeah, go and get that.
Psalms chapter 60 verse 3.
Yeah.
Thou hast showed thy people hard things.
Right, thou hast shown our people hard things. Well, hard things of what? Being put on cargo slave ships. Right, and then afterwards working Great Britain for as long as they did, and then get nothing in return. No inheritance money, nothing in return. Just ghettos and all kinds of nonsense. Okay, and if they did give you something, it was rap music that made you look stupid in the eyes of the world. Got the people thinking that, well, that's how all so-called Negroes are. That's what they gave you. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, the reason why we're in this condition is because of we disobeyed God's laws.
That's what it's for.
It's more than that, though. It's more than that. These things are
We're not going to live forever. Nobody's immortal.
It says, Psalms 44 verse 9, but thou hast cast off and put us to shame,
right,
and goest not forth with our armies.
Right, and that's what's happening. The Most High really put us to shame in the eyes of the world. That's why you got the Indians and the Pakistanis, they look down on Jake too.
Yeah, Arab call it Dajjal.
Alright, and the Arabs, everybody does. Why? Because of the curse. And that's why you got people like this that come over here in England and they make fun of Jake. They make fun of so-called.
Have you heard of the Antichrist? which is already
All right, now he
present.
want to switch up the argument. We're not going to switch no argument on that. He knows I'm talking the truth. Go on, read that verse again.
So it says, thou makest us to turn back from the enemy,
Right.
and they which hate us spoil for themselves.
Matter of fact, go read that verse again when it says that he has put us to shame. Read that again.
Verse
Read that verse
9,
again.
but thou hast cast off and put us to shame.
Right, thou hast cast off and put us to shame. Like I said about this rap thing, the rap thing was very instrumental in making so-called Negroes look back in the eyes of the world. Okay, especially down here in the West. You think people in the West admire so-called Negroes? No. They look down on you, man. Okay, and the reason why I set up that way because of the media. Any westernized country you go to, America, Great Britain, okay, France, Germany, they're not making you look positive in their country. And that's why people see you as a certain way. Okay? So read that verse again, read that again.
It says, but thou hast cast off and put us to shame, and goest not forth with our armies.
And really the Lord did this. And the reason why the Lord did this is because, like I said, we brought the Lord to shame. He was worshiping other gods, okay, doing other things contrary to the ways of the Most High. So the Most High said, you know what? If you go contrary to me, I'm going to go contrary to you. And that's exactly what he did. And that's why when you go to West Africa in certain parts, our people are struggling like hell, man. Why? Because they're under the curses of being Israelites. Because they are the Israelites. Okay, and what proves that the Lord is dealing with Israel is because, like I said, if you have a son, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, if you have a son that you favor the most, what are you going to do to that son? You're going to discipline him more than the other son, because you favor him more. So what the Most High is doing is the Most High is disciplining our people more, making us go through more hell than the other nations are. So that when a society is set up, the kingdom of heaven is set up, then we'll all be able to appreciate righteousness again. Right? And we won't go off no more. Because we all understood we went to this bullshit passage. Because we all understood that when we went off, this is the consequences that we had to do. So we're going to remember that, and we ain't going to go off no more. Plus we're going to have the laws in our inner parts. Because really, we're supposed to be in power. We're not supposed to be equal to people or trying to get into fit in. That's not within the covenant of the Heavenly Father. The covenant of the Heavenly Father is for us to be above all nations, above all people, not walking around with this gangsterism activity, man. Or this rap, bullshit. That's not what the Most High intended. The Lord didn't intend us to be no degenerates, man. The Lord intended us to be outstanding human beings. Okay, and we have that ability to be that. The way that we are, that's the way the majority of our people should be. We're the standard. Okay, so I think we're done with that, brother.
It says, thou hast given us like sheep, appointed for meat,
right,
and has scattered us among the heathen.
Right, and has scattered us among the heathen, and that further shows you, right, that scripture alone shows you that the Lord came to save that which was lost. Give me that in Matthew 10. Because what's the Lord's favorite animal? The sheep. So he likens his people that he chose as the sheep that he has scattered. Read that. Matthew 10 and 5. Baba Bashar.
Right, this is Matthews 10 and 5. These 12, Yahweh Shai sent forth
The 12 disciples, go on.
and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles,
Go not in the way of the Gentiles, go on.
and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And that's what the Bible is all about. The Bible is all about the Israelites, man. Okay, and we're going to keep saying it until we can't say it no more. The Lord did not intend to save everybody. That wasn't the intention of God himself. The intention of God, who you call God in Christ, was to save Israel. Because when you look at the so-called white man and their condition, they don't need no saving, man. They got it going on. They got their own economy. They got their own setup. Okay, they get to get the best jobs and all of that stuff. But we need salvation because we're in the hellish condition. Okay? We need the salvation. So read that.
And it says, it's well, and he said, go not into the way of the Gentiles.
Right, and he was telling the disciples 2,000 years ago. Because what was the job of the disciples? Which the word disciple comes from the word discipline. So they were disciplined in the word and covering up what the word was saying to them. Okay, because when you read all throughout the Bible from the Old to the New Testament, it was all about the Israelites. Okay, and we found out, okay, by the Spirit and power of our Heavenly Father, that we are the children of Israel. We are the real Jews that the Bible speaks about. Okay, and this is something that the higher-ups already know. They know this information, but they just didn't want us to get hip to this information. Okay, go on.
And it says, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, and that's who this word is coming from. Okay, because we're a sign for the world to see. We're not just out here to just talk rubbish all day. Okay, which we don't talk rubbish, we talk reason, sound doctrine. Now to the mass of the people, we may talk rubbish, but that's fine, because this is only for the elect of the nation of Israel. So read that. Yeah, I think we're done with this. We're done with this.
So he said, thou sellest thy people for naught,
right,
and dost not increase thy wealth by their price.
Right, thou hast not increased their wealth by their price. Doesn't it say in Deuteronomy, we can go back to Deuteronomy actually, brother. Doesn't it say in Deuteronomy 28 that you wouldn't prosper and you would only be oppressed? That's it right there. And whatever, who said this is David, right? The Psalms. So when you read the Psalms, as we're reading as well as in Deuteronomy, we also find out that David was prophesying about our hellish condition that we would be in these last days. Okay? So yes, or
it says, thou makest us a reproach to our neighbors, a scorn and a derision to them that are round about us.
Right, and that's just the hardcore reality. That's the truth, man. Ain't nobody looking up to our people, man. Especially in the Western Hemisphere. We don't even look up to ourselves. That's how much of a hellish condition we are in. So for somebody to walk up here of the nation of Israel, lost and in denial, and I understand why he would be in denial, because Jacob's all about inflation of their ego. They don't want to know exactly the hell that they're in. You know, and that's why they make this music, this hard music that they call hard music, and that's just to pretty much create a facade that they're okay and they're strong and this and that and the third. People that have to prove to other people that they're this, they're really not that. Okay, everything, half of the times, sometimes things are actually the opposite. You understand? So when you have a woman bigging up herself all the time and she's just forcefully doing it, you can see that she's forcefully bigging up herself, it's really because she's got low self-esteem. So when you got our people walking around all hard and all trying to present that gangster look, they really soft inside, man. They're just little hush puppies inside, man. They ain't got no heart, man. Because if they really had heart, if they was really about it, they will go against their adversary. If they're really about it, but they're not about that life, man. They're not about that life, okay? Because if you a true gangster, like there's this video game, right, that I was playing before. I ain't gonna lie, right? It's called Assassin's Creed. This guy, he was a gangster of the city, right? And basically, in order for you to get that, because you have to get a certain reputation to be a gangster. Now, what you gotta do is that you gotta go to certain people, right, and fight certain people just so you can make your way to the top. And that whole entire city knows you. Okay, you get so big to the point where, based on you know, destroying other people that's in certain positions, you get to pay the cops off, and then the cops don't bother you. So really, what's happening is because you conquered everybody, now you run the city. Okay, that's what a gangster